from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Denver Broncos.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and...
It's a second down run with Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
4 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Second and 10 at the...
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening opening drive. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick.
A true dual threat at the quarterback position, and let's remember him back in the 2012 season. That game in the playoffs that he had against Green Bay. Ran for 181 yards and 2 scores. Threw for 2 touchdowns. That's the kind of potential he brings to the table every time he steps on the field.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw, Kaepernick. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarter.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the Eagles' 18.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down, Denver.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. The quick slant caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 3-yard line.
Running left, it's Gordon on the toss. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos.
To Noah Fant.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas got it. 75 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Kaepernick now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
To number 80. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 25-yard line.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
The quarterback is sacked.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The Broncos 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. This is the tight end fan. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
It's a gain of 3.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Broncos.
On first down, Kaepernick. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Catch made by Fulgham. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Second down, here's Hurts. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone. And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Goes back to Sutton, this time completes it. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Darius Geis, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that game all tied up with the visiting LA Chargers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
For Philadelphia.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for it. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
At the 23-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Complete to Melvin.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Complete to
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up second.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
1-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Denver.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 47.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's complete to Ward. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Eagles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Eagles.
10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
18-yard line.
They'll run at Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Miles Sanders.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys.
Fielded it a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A pass there complete to Sutton. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 75 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And Sanders with a carry on first down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
from the gun. It's Hurts.
30-yard line.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch!
Oh gosh, that's good.
What a catch and one-handed. And I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Another run with Sanders. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Sheldon Rankins getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
This is taken at the 23. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out come the Eagles. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's good for an Eagles.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Sanders, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Hurts. That's to Fulgham, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run to Sanders, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he knocks it through. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Able to get this to Gordon. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. He completes this to Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now, Kaepernick again. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Eagles, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,